What is up, guys, and welcome back. We got another stinking fishing cheater video for you guys. Apparently, there were like two people in the same week that got caught cheating. Two people cheated in a tournament, two separate tournaments. They were like a week apart, and they got caught, they got arrested, they got booked, and they're probably going to be charged with fraud, maybe theft, who knows what else. Actually, one guy's getting charged with a bunch of stuff. But yeah, if you guys haven't seen my last video, I'll go to put a link in the description. But a guy was caught cheating at the Sealy Big Bass Splash, was arrested, he tried to like leave, they arrested him. The freaking guy put weights in fish. You think people would have learned from the walleye cheaters that you can't just put a bunch of weights in fish and get away with it. Over 2.5 pounds of lead in a bass. So I saw that they've kind of released his name now to the public, and his name is Aaron Monroe, and allegedly he had stuffed all these weights in these fish. He's already been arrested and all that. But there was another guy. There was another guy on May 10th that got caught cheating as well. His is even a little more elaborate than the Aaron Monroe guys. So we're going to dive into this. Stay tuned. So yeah, guys, May 10th, a 49-year-old man named David Moore got caught cheating at an event. So this is two separate cheaters in two separate states in relatively the same week that cheated and got caught. He's from Indiana, and he was fishing a tournament in Illinois called the Cal-Sag Bass Anglers Tournament. And this dude decided he was going to take bass from Lake Michigan, which everyone knows the Great Lakes smallmouth are huge compared to everywhere else. He took these bass from Lake Michigan, took them across state lines, which is illegal, and then had them tied up to like a dock or a pier or something, because he was fishing a tournament the next day on a river in Illinois. This is pretty bold. Now, I personally can tell the difference between a Great Lakes fish and a river fish almost instantly, because they look different. They're shaped different. Their tails are different. River fish are going to have bigger tails. Great Lakes bass tend to be a little fatter, usually a lot bigger. They just get big in the Great Lakes. So this is a pretty elaborate process. But he was hiding the fish on a stringer on the Calumet River. I probably just butchered the name of that river. And in that Calumet River is where the tournament was being held, obviously. This tournament was just a little south of Chicago. So he's from Indiana, ran up to Lake Michigan, caught some giant smallmouth, brought him back. He actually would have won the tournament by like 4 pounds had they let him weigh them in. So he would have crushed everybody. Had an almost 20-pound bag, which, I mean, that's doable on some rivers for sure, especially probably up there. But like they probably looked completely different than all the other fish being weighed in. That's what's insane. So somebody tipped them off. So somebody snitched. Somebody snitched on them. But I mean, in this case, can't really call him a snitch. I get it. Somebody tipped off the police, and they literally just watched him pull up to his stringer, take the fish, and then throw him in his live well. So they were pretty much waiting for him at the weigh-in. Dude probably fished the whole day. I wonder if he was even fishing. He's probably just out there like chilling, like eating lunch and getting a tan, like he thinking he got it in the bag, thinking he pulled one over on everybody, and he rolls up, and the police are just sitting there waiting for him. So the police had to confirm that he was registered in the tournament, which he was. They just sat there and, like I said, and waited for him to show up at the weigh-in. Tournament limit was 5 bass with a minimum length of 12 inches. The total weight of the fish that Moore had was 19.5 pounds, so almost 20-pound bag. Pretty dang bag anywhere. It was pretty obvious to them that they realized that he had caught them on Lake Michigan. I mean, you could probably literally, I don't know if they checked DNA, but honestly, they probably just could tell by looking at the fish. Like I said, you can tell the difference. So it's illegal to transfer fish from state to state without a permit, which I didn't even know that. The first place prize was only $1,300. This guy's risking jail time over $1,300. That's insane. The guy who ended up winning, Joe Zahner, he's 7 years old. His bag was 15.16 pounds, so significantly smaller than the bag from Lake Michigan that Moore had. So Moore was cited for attempting to commit theft, possession over the daily limit of 3 smallmouth bass, failure to immediately release smallmouth bass unharmed, taking and possessing smallmouth bass resulting in wanton waste, throwing fish wire on the bank waters, and importing VHS susceptible species into Illinois without permit. So what is VHS? Cassette tape? He's giving these guys cassette tape? Now, what is VHS? I can't even say this. It's some kind of virus that fish carry, apparently. Viral hemorrhagic septicemia. I have no idea, but apparently fish can get it. So for all these alleged offenses, he's been charged with 2 Class A misdemeanors, 4 Class B misdemeanors, and 1 petty offense. It's got a court date that's going to be set in Cook County. I'm assuming that's in Indiana. So, yeah. Sounds like another slap on the wrist, to be honest. And again, it's because he didn't actually steal anything, because they didn't let them go through with weighing in the fish. I think they need to start letting these guys weigh in the fish, because then it's more of a felony. I don't know if $1,300 is a felony in Illinois, but it might be. But he didn't actually accept the money, so that they can't get him for that. So yeah, guys, I don't know. Comment below. Let me know what you think about this one. Another pretty crazy thing. Apparently, cheaters just aren't going to learn. They're going to continue to cheat, continue to try and get away with it, which I'm sure some do. This was such an elaborate thing that I'm betting this guy's probably gotten away with it in the past and just thought that it was just going to be another easy cheat, easy win, and it didn't pan out for him this time. Because so the thing about it is, a lot of these guys might get away with it like once or twice. They keep doing it. Eventually, people are going to start to catch on, going to start looking more closely at them, and eventually they're probably going to get caught. Now, if somebody just does it a couple times, gets their money, and is out, those guys probably get away with it. But yeah, I don't know, guys. Comment below. Let me know if you heard about this one. Let me know if you want to hear more. Dang shame, man. These cheaters, it's just going to be more and more, I think. But at least more and more of them are getting exposed, getting caught, getting arrested, and, you know, getting fined heavily. It's always just a slap on the wrist, though, which is probably why a lot of these people are going to keep doing it. Because let's be honest, if they were true outdoorsmen, they wouldn't be cheating like this anyway. They probably don't really care if they lose their fishing licenses or whatever for a year or two. But yeah, that is all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please smash the subscribe button, hit the like button. I'll see you next time.